Hello, and welcome to the Society of Women Engineers Archives. A few months ago, for the summer 2025 issue of SWE magazine, I talked about the effect Title IX legislation had on SWE in the 1970s. Today, let's dig a little deeper into one of the unintended but not unwelcome consequences of that law: male membership in the Society of Women Engineers. Supportive men had been hanging around SWE since its founding in 1950, and some even formed the Men's Auxiliary of Society of Women Engineers in 1967. But during its first 25 years, SWE's bylaws stated that members could be, quote, any woman who met a certain education and experience qualifications. And so, for several decades, men just weren't allowed to join SWE. But this became a problem by the 1970s. Many SWE members thought that prohibiting men was contrary to the spirit of the proposed Equal Rights Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. And more importantly, after the passage of Title IX, an increasing number of universities questioned whether they could legally allow SWE student sections to prohibit men from joining. Naomi McAfee, SWE's immediate past president, convened a committee in the spring of 1975, tasked with making a recommendation on the male membership to the Society's Council of Section Representatives. The committee unanimously agreed that men should be allowed to join SWE, but they didn't all agree on whether men should be allowed to vote and to hold elected leadership positions once they did join the society. Several committee members said they wouldn't participate in an organization that didn't let them hold leadership positions. And so, likewise, they couldn't ask men to accept being excluded from those positions either. However, committee member Evelyn Murray Lenthal argued that SWE provided a rare opportunity for women to hone their leadership skills. She worried that men might take those opportunities away from SWE's female members. Helen Grenga saw merit in both those arguments, but ultimately she decided that men should be eligible to vote and hold elected office, because if they wanted male members to support SWE's programs and objectives, quote, second-class members will make second-class contributions. Ultimately, the committee recommended that men should be able to join SWE on an equal basis with the women. But not everyone was happy with that recommendation. The Long Range Planning Committee argued to SWE's president, Carolyn Phillips, that a male president in SWE just couldn't have the same impact on young women as could a woman engineer who had gone through the same life and career experiences. Phillips recalled in a 2003 SWE oral history interview the long debate that ensued during the Council of Section Representatives meeting in June 1975.
Particularly the younger women said, of course,
Right.
what students need to do it, we need to do it. But some of our older members, more senior members, just had this vision that the men would take over.
You're kidding.
No. And that, if we allowed men into membership, that they'd run for office, and next thing you know, we'd have a male president and they'd be running the show.
One of those more seasoned members, past President Lydia Pickup, presented a motion to postpone discussion of male membership until either the law or college administrators had forced the issue. She withdrew that motion, however, after learning that the issue was already being forced in a number of SWE's collegiate sections. In the end, the council agreed that SWE should open its membership to men, and a year later, in June 1976, the council passed a bylaws amendment replacing the word woman with person in the society's membership requirements. At least 9 male college students joined SWE by September 1976, and 6 men had applied for professional membership. SWE has had many supportive male members in the years since, including some who have held elected leadership positions in SWE sections. But the men haven't taken over the society as some of SWE's early members feared. In 2025, just 3% of members identified themselves as men. You can learn more about the debate surrounding male membership in my scrapbook article, Would the Men Take Over?, published in the Conference 2025 issue of the award-winning SWE magazine. Find it at magazine.swe.org.